Okay, boys and girls, so we're going over what the math test is going to be like tomorrow, okay? I put a question there that I'm going to read to you out loud. Your job is to look at the 10 frame. It's on the left-hand side over here, okay? And then on the right-hand side, you have some choices, okay? So let me do this. Here where you see this big red circle is what you're looking at first, okay? Then on the right side over here, I move the red circle where you see me moving it around. Those are your choices. So you have to figure out which is the best choice to answer the question. So now here's the question. Mark under the number shown by the two sets of counters. So you have some black counters and you have some gray counters. Now, look at them correctly. They want you to mark under the number shown by the two set of counters. So you have to count all of the counters, and then you have to decide which is the answer. So let's take a look. If you're counting them out loud in your home, these are your choices. The number 2, the number 3, the number 4, and the number 5. So, who would like to share with the class? How many counters do you see? Which one is the number? How about, I saw Riley, your hand was up. Go ahead, Riley. Which number should I bubble in? Riley, look at the 10 frame. Count how many circles you see in the 10 frame. Count.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good. Okay, so Riley, am I going to bubble in this number here where I put the red dot? Is that the correct answer? No, because that's the number 2. I'm moving my red circle over to the next number. Is that the correct answer? Is that it, Riley? No, because that's the number 3. Riley, I moved my red circle over to this number. Is that the correct answer? Yes, I see you shaking your head. Yes, correct, Riley. So boys and girls, when you find the correct answer, this is what you have to do. You have to fill in that bubble. The little circles are bubbles. So you have to fill it in and make it dark. So that way I know that's the answer that you have chosen. Okay? Great job, Riley. Thank you for that one. Okay. So I'm going to give you another question. This is coming straight from the test. All right. I'm going to illustrate apples. Okay, let's take a look at my apples. So I'm going to move my red circle over to the apples. So now it's asking here, mark under the word that shows how many apples. So where my red circle is, I'm shaking it around. Your job, boys and girls, is to count the apples that are there. And now this time, on the other side where your choices are, and they give you the choices, but you have to figure out which is the correct choice. Now, let's look at our apples. In your home, count how many apples you have. Who would like to share with us which is the correct answer? Which do I bubble in? Do I bubble in the first choice, the second choice, the third choice, or the fourth choice? Eliana, go ahead and unmute yourself. Which of the choices should I bubble in? First,
Two.
Eliana. We have 2 apples. So, Eliana, is the first choice, is it showing us 2?
Yeah.
Does that
The first
say
choice?
2? Look at the first one.
No.
Look. No, because it starts with O.
What it says?
When we start with the letter O, the O makes a
Mhm.
different sound. So when you count 2, listen to the first sound in the number 2. What letter does that start with, Eliana? That sound. What letter should it be?
Oh.
No.
No, Mama. Listen to my question.
What is that?
What letter is the sound?
What is it?
Oh.
No.
No,
She's
try
talking
again,
what-
Mama.
Listen.
Think of top. Top. What letter does top begin with?
What letter is it?
1.
No.
A car. The God.
No, but what is it?
Listen, Mama. The sound,
Oh.
the letter T. T. Okay? So, Eliana, you're looking at,
T.
right, so you have 2 choices with the letter T. One of these choices is the correct answer. Is it this choice here, or is it this choice here? Should I pick the first one,
number
or
2.
should I pick the second one? Which one should I pick?
I think you should pick the 2.
But which one? The first one
Which
or
one
the
is-
second one?
The first one.
The first one. Very good, Eliana. So I'm going to bubble
2.
that one. That little circle underneath that shows
The
2
apple.
is the correct answer. Thank you, Eliana. Good job. So boys and girls, I was just showing you right now how you're going to have to try to sound out what those words say. We practiced that in chapter 1, and we learned how to write out each number with words. So that's something that you're going to have to practice tonight. This is why I didn't give you math homework, because I want you boys and girls to go back into your math books and review. That means you're going to go over all of those pages that you did, and you're going to practice for tomorrow's math test, okay? And you know what, too? In your math books, there are some resources that you can actually use. Let me see if I have a set here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so you actually have 2 resources. Let me stop sharing the screen and I'll show you. So in your math packet, the first resource that you have is called Student Resources. See that? This is at the very back of the book. Your packet came with like 12 books because we're going to be doing 12 chapters. So in the back, you all have this. It's called Student Resources, okay? When you open it up, it gives you all of the vocabulary words that we're learning in each chapter, okay? So if you want to learn about the number 2, it gives you right there. It actually gives you in English and Spanish about the number 2 as a word. So you can use this to help you prepare for tomorrow's math test, okay? Also, in your math book, I don't have a chapter 1 math book, but if you open up your chapter 1 math book, when you open it up at the very beginning, you're going to see something similar like this. It's these little cards that are green and it has blue words. They have it in English and Spanish. If you cut them out, they're double-sided. It shows you the word, and on the back, it has the pictures. So you can actually take this out, you can rip it out of the book, and you can cut these cards, put them in a Ziploc bag, and this is another way that you can practice, okay? It's at the very beginning of your chapter 1 math books, okay? So that's another way that you can practice. It's these little cards, that are green and blue. Okay, so if you haven't done that yet, I highly recommend do that tonight, today after we got out of class. Go into your chapter 1 math books, and at the beginning of the book, before we even start the lessons, it gives you these vocabulary cards for you to practice with, okay? And I want you, that's gonna help you with the math test too. This will definitely help you more. So I want everyone to work on that today, okay? That's pretty much it. I'm gonna explain to you right now what's gonna happen tomorrow. So let me speak to everyone. Hold on one second.